Hello, it is 9 a.m. on Thursday, December 3rd, and I am looking at my hair for the first time, and that's why I'm always like, what's going on with my hair? It's a good day. I had, it was legs and bottom day at the gym, and wow, like walking back to my desk, I was like, ow, 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 moving hurts. And I had to go up the stairs, and it was a slow, sad journey up them stairs. Let me tell you, I was not like, do. I was like, no, pain. But it'll be all worth it in the end, I'm sure. In like 6 months to a year, I'll be like rushing up them stairs. No, I'll never rush up them stairs. I'm lying through my teeth. But life is good. My son is a sickish puppy, unfortunately. He was very ill last night, so he is homesick today. And what else? There was this horrible shooting in California, like an hour and a half north of where I live, northeast. If you go to the middle of nowhere, if you drive from San Diego to nowhere, like just drive for an hour and a half northeast through the Inland Empire, which I don't know why they call it an empire. There's nothing imperial about it, but this big empty desert, and there was a horrible shooting, and I was really sad, and I talked about that a lot yesterday. I spent so many hours talking about that yesterday, and this morning I woke up and was like, okay, I've chatted about it, I've processed it, I'm okay, I'm moving on. But unfortunately, nobody else seems to be ready to have processed it and moved on yet, because that's all that is going on my Facebook feed. I was like, can't I see some happy puppies? No happy puppies today. So yeah, that major, I mean, it makes sense. I live in Southern California, and this happened in Southern California, so of course everyone's gonna be like, oh my god, I know people who live in that area, I went to school there, I drove there once when I was going to Las Vegas, because really that's the only time you go through Redlands in San Bernardino. Is I was going to Las Vegas and I didn't want to deal with LA traffic, so I went that way. And then I had to go through Riverside, and there was traffic there. WTF, nobody even lives in Riverside. Why was there traffic? That is the story that generally happens around that area, and not... Anyway, things that make me upset. So, I guess I'll be processing it for another day or two, because it'll continue to crop up in my life. What else happened yesterday? I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Yesterday was a busy day for me. I worked a lot. I had a lot of stuff heaped on my plate, and then I was like, yes, of course, I can totally take care of that for you. I have no idea how to do this thing. What am I doing? And I have this, I am the subject matter expert on SharePoint at my company in my department. There's like 400-ish people roughly in my department. My team is small, 6 people on my team. My department is kind of big, like 400 people on my department, and I am the resident expert, so it has been requested that I do a tips and tricks sort of presentation for it, and I am actually going to do that on next Thursday, which will be fun. And I sent out to people saying, hey, look, I don't want this just to be some useless thing that nobody gets any value out of. I don't want to go up there and say 20 things that everybody already knows, and then somebody raises their hand and is like, hey, what about X, Y, and Z? It's really relevant to my life and I have trouble with it. And I'm like, I don't know, let me get back to you, right? So I told people to give me their problem areas, the things that they have most trouble with, the things that constantly crop up, that one thing they have to do once a year and they never remember, and I would make a how-to to include in my slides, so that, you know, I can say, here's the basics, here's the things that I do, here are the things that help me, plus here are 20 how-to guides for common things that people in our department have issues with. So I sent out a reminder being like, hey, happening next week, if you had those questions, give them to me, because really only two people had sent me questions. And then I got a flood because it's, next week. So now I have about, I think, 12 people responded to me with like, I don't know how to do this and I don't know how to do that, and maybe it would be good to have a refresher on this other thing. Great, but now I have to make like 12 how-tos before next week. I sent them all a reminder, like early November, being like, hey, I'm doing this thing, send me your questions. And then I sent them another one like a week before Thanksgiving, being like, hey, doing the thing, send me your questions. No, nobody sends me a damn question until the week before, and now I get to shove all of that work into 1 week. Yay, subject matter expert. I don't think anyone cares about this. I'm just kind of rambling. I think I'm going to be done now. Goodbye.